When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Huskies will get this season underway as toe meets leather. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first 3rd down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line.
Huskies will take over 1st and 10.
On the double. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Flying down the right side. The tag. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21.
First and 10.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll start this drive with a pass. Sets up the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Second down, he'll throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick.
There he goes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You've got to find him in the passing.
Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's taking the shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The Sooners decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Turan. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. We've got a timeout from the kicking team.
Timeout, Washington.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be their 1st punt of the afternoon. A low line drive and not his best work. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Trying to start the drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Smith. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Looking to fire. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
I think the quarterback could have found somewhere else to go with the football on that one. His intended target was not open. As a result, easy incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. A low line drive and short kick. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Sends it back in motion. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Ferguson.
First down. Caught by the receiver. Loss of 1. Brings up second down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. On target. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They just keep firing. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Finds his man, it's Rousseau. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's second and 11. Corners are walked up tight. Oh, they're after him. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the back. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But those fans that were there when the U was the U, they know this game is not over. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Starts a drive, trying to go up top. Under fire. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. All right, guys, let's chat for just a moment about Washington. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And the Huskies are facing 3rd and inches. To the ground to try to move the chains. At the 40, there he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Oklahoma offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start this drive going to the air. Completes it in the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Smith. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. It's a fumble on the play. Scoops it up, still a live ball. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Rush is on him. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And as an offense, man, the last place you want to be is 3rd and long. And I think he's just got to put a little bit more muscle on that football. It comes up short, got to step into it, throw that maybe a little bit harder. But this offense now in a difficult 3rd and long situation.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Rousseau. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Snapped it in the shotgun. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking downfield on first down. He slings it deep to the left. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Washington, 7.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out. First drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Sooners! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Set to kick this one away.
No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Going right to work up top. Soft spot in the middle. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man in the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Right on target this time. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Right on the money. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trying to get it to the marker. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Washington wants to go quickly. The offense changing the play. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Might as well give it to him again. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Yeah, and the quarterback didn't have a chance. I mean, when you get to the QB that fast, Jesse, you're still processing information, for goodness sakes.
And you're getting to the sideline whenever this drive is over, and you're asking for help from your offensive coordinator. You're asking, hey, can we slide our offensive line and help out blocking this guy? Can I get a tight end to stay in and maybe get a chip on this dude? Because I'm not feeling too comfortable right now back there knowing that we're trying to only block him with one guy.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. With the catch, it's Ferguson. No more room to run as this defense rises up on 3rd down, and now it's 4th down from the 22. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is running away with this one behind an offense that's striking on the ground and through the air with military-like precision.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Looking to scramble. Complete to the right. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Finds his tight end. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Washington right back to the line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And in my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rousseau. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
The Sooners are rolling down the field. He'll pull it on the read. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You've got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
The give on the option. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Fires to the big fella. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Rousseau. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the route is on.
And I just love what I'm seeing from this team. Like, going on the road, game 1, where you're still figuring out who you are and what you do well. Another scoring drive by this offense. Looks like they're going to get the dub in a hostile environment to start the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Turning it on. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Oklahoma.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That pass is incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day. This offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page. Get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
They kick it away on 4th down. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. Quarterback looks for a little space. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Power ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Powers forward. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the snap, it's Rousseau. Wildcat look didn't get much, picked up a few on that one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On the direct snap, it's Rousseau. And he forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.